This is a recap for Wednesday, January 6th. Today in class, we did some practice work using the Math 7 resource. Math Papa is a website where you can go and try one-step equations or two-step equations, and it's good practice because you get feedback, and it seems like there was quite a bit of success there. And then we worked on Kami pages 1 and 2. So I'm going to do an answer key for Kami pages 1 and 2. The emphasis on the instruction is to always look at the unknown number and think of it like an unknown number instead of thinking of it like a symbol X. Think of it as an unknown number. An unknown number that 1, the first thing that happened to it was divided by 7, and 2, 2 was added to that amount. So we're going to reverse that, and the first thing we're going to do is subtract 2, and then the second thing we're going to do is multiply by 7. So notice how those are inverse operations. So I'm going to subtract 2, and if we could have a mirror right here, and it could be happening at the same time, it really would be. So we're not doing something twice, we're doing the same thing to 2 equal amounts. So we have to do it over here. So negative 6 minus 2 is negative 8, and x divided by 7 is all that's left because this part right here is what Jeremiah said is zeroed out. I like that phrase. And that's why we did it. And then I'm going to make another copy of this. I'm going to multiply this by 7. So that we can undo this dividing by 7. So this one is 56. So I'm not going to do quite as much explaining on the rest of this. I'm just going to follow the steps. And at any point you want to stop the video, if I'm going too fast, just stop. And maybe write down a question that you have that you can bring tomorrow to class. That would be fine. This one's a little surprising that it's multiplied by negative 5 and then 12 is added. It doesn't really look like it to some people. Part of it is the way that it has been decided that we would write algebra, and that was decided a long time ago. Negative 5 divided by 5 is 1. I don't really need to write that one. And so we can check this to see if it's true. If 12 minus 5 times 2 is equal to 2, 12 minus 10 is equal to 2, so we did find the correct answer. So on problem number 1, we're going to add 6 to undo that subtracting 6. And then we're going to divide by 2. I think the biggest entry, if you're having trouble, is to be able to say out loud the steps. Add 6, divide by 2. So if you can do that, 2 times 4 is 8. 8 minus 6 is 2. So yes, we found the right one. If you can say subtract 4, multiply by 3, just practice saying that. And that is going to help. In class, I made an error here, and I said that was negative 2, resulting in something that wasn't true down here. And so I had to go back up and fix it. We'll do it correctly here. Notice how I just write down that y divided by 3 because this is all zeroed out. There's nothing left. We could write a plus 0, but there's no need to. And then we're going to do negative 6 times 3 because negative 6 is the result after this unknown number is divided by 3, so we want to multiply it by 3, canceling that out, and y is equal to negative 18. And if we put negative 18 in here, divided by 3 is 6. Negative 6 and 4 is negative 2, so yes, we got that one. And we're just going to keep going down here and finish this page. We're going to subtract. So again, if you could just say subtract 4 divided by 2, then let's separate that out and then try to follow those directions. But the big step is to know what the directions are. And then we're going to do negative 10 to see if that's equal to 2 times negative 7 plus 4. Negative 14 plus 4 is negative 10, so that one checks out. I'm going to subtract 1.2. And so that is equal to 2.2. So a number divided by 4 is equal to 2.2. I'm going to multiply it by 4 to undo that. So that's 8.8. So if I do 8.8 and I divide it by 4, I should, and add 1.2, I should get 3.4. Okay, so let's do 8.8 divided by 4. That's equal to 2.2. And 2.2 plus 1.2. 2 and 1 is 3. 2 and 2 is 4, so that's equal to 3.4. So that one checks out. That one checks out. And we've got 2 more problems. We're going to subtract 2. And we have 3y left over is equal to negative 15. I'm going to divide by 3. And y is equal to negative 5. So we can check that to see if it works. 3 times negative 5 plus 2 should equal negative 13. So negative 15 plus 2, that's a positive and a negative. There's much more negative. We find the difference. 13 and it's negative. So that one checked out. And the last one we're going to do is we're going to add 7 to both sides. And the result here is 0.3 times our unknown number is equal to 30. So we're going to divide away that 0.3 so that this is 1. So let me go to the highlighter here. So this right here is 1. And it's multiplied by that unknown number. The symbols are not obvious that that's what's going on here. That's a 1 and it's multiplied right there. There's no dot there. But x is equal to 100. 30 divided by 0.3 is 100. So let's check it. 0.3 times 100 minus 7 should equal 23. So 0.3 times 100 means that we just take 0.3 and we move the decimal point twice. That is multiplying by 100. So that becomes 30. 30 minus 7 is 23. So this one checks out. So we'll continue with some of these tomorrow. And remember that next week is review. So if you're having trouble keeping up with this Kami, you've got time to work on it. That is a recap for Wednesday, January 6th.